Good evening, guys. All of you there. Yeah, I have told you that before Saturday, I have given a task for all of you. Some of you have mailed me. So, what about the remaining? Have you got the output? Who have completed the task and got the output? Please raise your hands. Yeah, okay. What about the remaining? If you guys don't practice, it will be difficult to you. The only listening and like remembering the theoretical concepts is not enough for building the projects, so you have to practically implement those things. So please make sure you have all done the day before yesterday's task, so that you will get a practical experience how to implement those tags and all. So now today we are going to discuss about the lists and tables part, so that from tomorrow we'll go to the forms topic. The forms topic is very important. Don't miss that topic. So it will take time, so I will start it by tomorrow. So today we are going to discuss about the lists and tables. So first, let me start the session. Yeah, today our topic is lists and tables. So first, let's see what is list and what are the types of lists. So here the lists are used to display the items. So in e-commerce websites or in a Zomato, or for example Zomato, like a Blinkit, you have seen, right? There will be the list of items displayed in the home page, like what are the items we needed will be displayed in a list. So the lists are of three types: ordered list, unordered list, description list. So what are ordered list? Here are the ordered list in the sense it will be displayed in a numbered items. Like, let me show you. So first I have fruits. See, I have a fruits, right? So here I have to mention in a ordered list, right? So here I am selecting number list. So I have a fruits like apple, mangoes, 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 like banana, and etc. So here this is the ordered list, means we are mentioning the numbers. See here, there are three items I have mentioned in a numbered way. Like, if we have mentioned in a numbered like countable way, then it is called as a ordered list. So for this ordered list we use the tags like OL, means ordered list, and also LI means list item. Here OL in the sense ordered list, LI in the sense list items. So we will write in the format like, so I need ordered list of fruits, right? So fruits, and I'll print the list of items. List of items like apple. I need apple. So, and the next is mangoes. Likewise. So if I have executed this, so sorry, I have to close the OL tag here. So this is the format of printing the numbered list. Okay, I can we can change this numbers 1 2 3 into ABCDs also, and we can change this into Roman numbers also. So I will tell you by executing them. First, let me say what is unordered list. So here unordered list in the sense like here I have mentioned, right, in the like below the lists heading I have mentioned order, unordered, description with a bulletins, like there is a disk with a filled color, right? This for displaying the items in such a way we are going to use the unordered lists. So these unordered lists are made by using the tags ul, in the sense unordered list. For these also we use list items. First you have to list the items, right? Then we can mention in a it is a order list or unordered list. And what is a description here? Description means that is description tags which are going to description tags like description list. So in this also we use dd and dt. See, don't get confused, I'll say what is dl, dd, dt. So first, for the description lists are here for the use of definitions. So for example, here I am going to write the definition of the HTML, right? I have the HTML heading and then I want the definition of the HTML. For these purposes, we'll use this DL and DD. And if I want the expansion of HTML, like terms, like hypertext markup language, I want to print here hypertext markup language means I'll use dt here. Here dd in the sense definition, description definition. Here dt in the sense term, t in the sense term here. So let us show first, let me show by executing these tags. I know that you, some of you know this lists and all, but few of don't know, right? So I'm explaining everything so that few members can understand, can execute also. So first let me show. So first let me show the execution of those tags. See, I have told a shortcut for you, right? For this boilerplate code, shift and 1, then enter. So the code will be displayed in your file, .html file. So here I am going to write the ordered list code first, and then I'll go with the unordered list. Fruits. And I won't list the items. Apple. And then list the item mangoes, right? First let us execute this part and then let's go to the another. So bundle go, sorry, what the fair. See here, there is a heading of the fruits, and below that there is two items that are listed with a numbered like with a numbered uh, with a numbered list, like 1 2, we are listing the items with a number, indicating them with the numbers. So if we want to change these numbers into A and B, or else we want to change these numbers into Roman numbers, so then we can use an attribute like a type. So we have to use attribute type. Then we have to mention here the value of what you want, like number or an alphabet or an a Roman number. If I have mentioned here type equal to capital A, then it will display in the from A onwards. So let us check this first, whether it is executing or not. Open with live server. See here, before we are having numbers 1 and 2, now we are having A and B. So if I want to change this into Roman numbers, right, then how can I change? So in the place of A, if I have placed I and then I have saved here, now let us see the output of the, see, the Roman numbers are displayed. If you want Roman numbers with caps, in the sense, if I have mentioned capital I, then the Roman numbers will be displayed like that only. See here, first observe the differences between the Roman numbers, how we are giving the attribute, right? How we are giving the values of them. So first let me know, have you got that this point? Yeah, all of you there? Yeah, up to now, have you understand? Yeah, okay. Let me continue the session. See, you have completed ordered list, right? Then we are going to, I'm going to show you unordered list. How to display an unordered list in a website. So that here I will write again fruits only. Then you will get the difference between the ordered and unordered list. So here again we are going to using the list tag, so that I want a list of fruits here. Mangoes, and then I'm pressing the Ctrl S. Now I'm going to show you the output. See here, there will be the difference between the ordered list and unordered list. So here I have mentioned in the type attribute for Roman numbers, so it is showing the Roman number. If in unordered list, the default nature will be the disks only. So here the bulletins are disks. So we can change them into squares also, and we can change them into circles also, right? So I will show that also, right? In the unordered list itself, in the opening tag, we have to mention the attribute. I have told earlier classes, right? We have to mention the attribute in the opening tag itself only, and it should be in the form of name equal to value only. So here I am mentioning the type attribute with the value of square. Square. Then the bullets will display as a square. See here. Observe the changes in the output. So this is the unordered list, and we can also change them into circle too. Circle. I think so you didn't get any difference between the disk and circle for the observation. So let me show, so that you get clarified. See, if you if you mention a circle, it will be just like a circle. If you mention a disk, it will be filled. The bulletins will be filled with a black color, right? So these are the types of unordered lists. Like we can mention the styles and all. So we can mention Roman numbers, alphabets, and also not only capital A and B. We can use a lowercase capital A and B, or sorry, lowercase A and B alphabets also for the displaying of the ordered lists. So now let me show you the description list, right? So this is description list. So Here I want the HTML as a heading, like HTML as a heading, and then HTML as a heading. So why is this getting like this? See, HTML as a heading, and then DD means definition. It creates structure of web pages or websites. See, this is the definition of this. So if I have saved and run in this, it will be displayed in a like HTML like a heading, and this part is as a lower part, like it will be displayed in a below section. So this is the heading and this is the definition. So this DL tags are used for defining the definitions and all. If we use a DT also, it will display like that only, but we use for terms and all. So let me show you that. I'm taking another DL tag and using DD tag. See here, I want hypertext markup language under the HTML heading. So for defining the terms and all, we use DT. See here, this is the difference between the DT and DL, and ordered list, unordered list, and description lists. So have you understood about the mentioning the attribute, type attribute here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let me move to the tables part. Have you guys understood about this ordered, unordered, and description lists?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let me move to the tables part. See, in the table, what is a table? Can anyone say answer? What is a table? Why we use tables? Why we are using tables? And what are tables? A simple question, guys. Please respond fastly. It's a very simple question. Used to store data in a structured manner in the form of rows and columns. Yeah, exactly correct. Thank you, Tanuja, for the response. Rows and columns to store data in a structured manner. Okay, okay, Gautami. Yeah, both of you correct. To store data in rows and columns. Yeah, yes, of course. Thank you for the response, three of you. What are remaining people doing? Are you guys listening the class? Yeah, that's okay. Let me go with the tables part. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, Divya, okay, Sunita. Yeah, as you all said, the tables are used for organizing the data into rows and columns. So for this organizing, we have to display in the website, right? By organizing the data, how can we display? Using the tags, right? Hypertext markup language, in the sense we are using the tags and marking the content into the tags. So here first, what is a tables? In the sense, organizing using the data. So organizing the data into rows and columns. Here the rows, in the sense horizontal representation, and the columns, in the sense vertical representation. So for the displaying the tables in HTML, we are going to use table tag. In that, it will create a table container, right? And then we are going to using the tr tag for creation of the table row. And also we are going to use the th tag here for creating the heading part. See, as we all seeing in our Excel sheet, right? There will be a compulsory a heading part, right? For first row. First row it will be heading part, right? So for creation of that heading parts, we are going to use this th tags and td. We are going to use this td for displaying the data, for putting the data into the table. So let me show you by executing this. Where is the table? Yeah. So this is the code, right? I'm going to creating a table container here, and in that I'm going to create a tr and th. See, first we have to create the row. This is the structure of creating the table, right? First we have to write the table tag, and then we have to write the tr tag, because in that table first we have to create a row, then we have to label that it is a heading row. So for that purpose we are going here tr. In that specific row only we are going to create this headings. First let me create name is a one heading, and in another column the other heading is roll number. So this is another heading. So we have created one row with the heading tags, right? And I want to create another row like with the tr tag, and I have to mention the data here. See, I have to mention the data here. So I will mention my name here, and then I'll mention my roll number, some 566, whatever. So control yes. Let us execute this first. Let's see it will work out or not. Yeah. See, this is a table which is in a format, right? This is the name and this is a roll number. So this is a like a process of creating a table in a HTML using the table tag tr, th, td. I think so now you have got the difference between the tr and th and td. Most of the people will get confused here, what is a th and what is a td, why we are using them. So this is the purpose of using th and td here. So now I will introduce some of the attributes for this table, right? So it will be let's check once again the output here. See, if you seen here, is it looking like a table? It's just created a schema, like it's just created a format, right? So if we have to create this as a table, we have to insert a table, border, right? So if we want to insert a border in this table, then we have to put like a border attribute equals to 1. Then it will create the border for us for our table. See here, the border will be created. This is the attribute for creating the border. Just make it down, note it down, and then see, some of times we need to match two columns, we need to match two rows, right? How can we match them? Can anyone tell? I need to merge two columns in a table, or I need to merge two rows in a table. How can I merge? Can anyone? You can unmute or also. You can unmute and say, or else you can text in a chat box. Row span, column span. Yeah, the correct answer is row span and column span. Yes, of course. Let me show how. So, if I want here two columns for this name, right? There will be a big name like my name, Lakshmi Prasanna. It will too big, right? So I want to merge two columns. Then I'll use two columns, sorry, column span. Column span is used for like combining the two columns, and row span is used for combining the two rows. So let me show that once again. See, here these two are combined because I have mentioned this data in this row, right? So that why these two columns are merged. It will be two only, right? How can we use row span? Let me show. See, row span. In TD, we'll mention row span. Row span equal to 2. Control yes. Let me show the output. Open the live server. See, it is not getting the like difference for you because there is only one row, right? Let me create another row for you with the data. See, see here, clumsy, but you guys get the difference here. See here, when you are seeing this name column here, it is occupying two rows. Like one is first row, Prasanna's row, and the second is Lakshmi row. So for the sake of your understanding purpose, I am showing this. Don't use like this. So you will get the difference so that I am showing like that. So first let us remove that borders so that it will be better, I think so. Yeah, Control S. See, this data, Prasanna data consuming two columns, sorry, two rows. So for increasing for merging the two rows, we are going to use that. If I want to take this Control C, then I'll use here also so that you will get meaningful output. See here, now you are getting like a space. If I'm going to insert a borders, then it will display down. No worries. Now let me say another two attributes for you. for this table. We can use cell spacing and cell padding too in this table part only. Cell padding, like I'll show you how to mention the cell padding and cell padding. Cell padding in the sense the distance between the content and the borders. So that is the cell padding. Cell spacing in the sense the spacing between the each cell. So this is the difference between the cell spacing and cell padding. So get that, don't get confused. Control yes. So first let me put border to here. Border equals to 1. So this is the code. Now let me run. Hope over the live server. See, this is the spacing between the cells. This is like from this text to this border, there is a space, right? This is because of cell padding. The distance between this cell and this cell is because of cell spacing. So if you want spacing between the cells, then you can use cell spacing attribute. If you want cell padding, in the sense if you want to increase the distance between the text and the border, then you can use this cell padding. So is anyone having doubts on this part?
No, ma'am.
Mm, yeah, what about remaining? Yeah, 28 members are there, right? Yeah, what about you, Ananya? You haven't responded today.
Understood, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you have told that ma'am, I haven't came to first two classes, so I'm unable to understand the class, right? So today's class is understandable for you, Ananya.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, no worries. The recorded classes will be uploaded. So if
Okay,
you
ma'am.
want, you can check it out.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Yeah, okay, guys. Now it's time for your task, right? I'll give a task. Finish it in a 15 minutes. So first, you have to create list of items, whatever you want, with ordered, unordered, and description list. With these three lists, you have to implement the task, and also you have to create a table. In that, you have to mention your um, name, like name and college name, and you have to mention your education from higher hierarchy to lower hierarchy, like first btech, then inter, then 10th, with a college name and education. You have to mention, create a table. So will you guys please do that within this 15 minutes only? Not 15 minutes, just 10 minutes for you. Means 6:20. I'll ask any one of you to show the output and to share the screen. So please make it fast. I think so it don't take too much time, right? So let me say again what you have to create. First, you have to create a list with ordered, unordered, and description. So you have to create these three types of lists, and you have to, like, you have to mention type attribute also, so that you'll get the clarity about where you have to use this type attribute and why we are going to use this type attribute. So just mention, like in ordered list, mention with the numbering, and use type attribute, mention with the Roman numbers. So you guys are going to create lists with the number list and list with the Roman list. And also in unorder, you are going to create disk bulletins and also squared bulletins. After that, create description list, like whatever you want. Use dd and dt both. And also after that, create a table simply with your name, college name, and education, using the attributes, borders. No issue if you are not going to use call span, row span. So use border, cell spacing, padding, these and all attributes, and create the output. Exactly 6:20. I'm going to ask any one of you to share the screen. You have to share the screen and show the output. Or else now I'll ask so that you can show your work here. Other will follow. Yeah, Ashwan Sai, are you there? Will you please respond? Ashwan Sai. Yeah, any one of you can share the screen and show your work. Yeah, Nandini, are you following? If anyone don't get your output, then only please share to my mail. If you're okay with your work, if you got the output, then no need to share to my mail. If you're having any issue in your code or if you are having any doubt, then please contact me through mail. So this is your practice purpose, right? No need evaluation. So if you if you got the correct output, then no need of sharing the output. Yeah, Nandini, will you please share the screen so that everyone can see? If they are not able to follow, then they will follow yours work. See, everyone should work. Then only you will get the practice and practical knowledge. If you are not going to work on the VS Code, if you are not going to write the code, then it will be waste of listening this theoretical part. So please try to respond at least in the chat box. Yeah, who is this Ishwans? I haven't responded yet. I have asked you to share the screen. At least respond in chat box if you have any inconvenience, so that I'll get right your listening class, not just opening the class. So if you guys worked all this, then we can complete the final project of this course. If you are unable to do this simple things itself, it will be very difficult to you to complete the final project of this course. So please practice everyday session. So I'm letting you practice in this session, right? So that you don't need to spend extra time for this. If you guys have practiced here, then you can gain the practical knowledge and you can go forward. Yeah, 4 minutes left. How many of you remaining members, not Nandi, how many of you completed this task and got output? Yeah, Shafia, you have completed, you're good. Have you got the output? Yeah, okay, okay. Suchita, you also done. Yeah, okay, good. What about remaining? You guys doing? Yeah, who have completed and got the output? Please mention in the chat box. Yeah, Neha Reddy, okay. Yeah, okay, Tanuja. See, I have taught tables and lists today, right? So implement that in your self-information page, right? I have given task, right, in previous session. So implement these concepts in your information page, like information website, right? So that it will convert into your portfolio. So I don't tell you especially to implement what in your information, like information page. So I'll make you practice with another task. You have to update them into portfolio. So you have mentioned skills in like skills you have mentioned, right, in the previous session for creation of your information page. So that make them into list format, like using number list or in a unordered list. It's your choice, but make them into list and make sure your information page, which is a portfolio, is looking good and beautiful. So do this task here and make the updates after this session to your information page using these tables and list concept. If the table is needed, then only you can implement in your portfolio page, or else make sure you have mentioned this list concepts in that portfolio page. After that, we are going to discuss CSS part, right? Then you can make them style, right? You can make them some colory flowery website, so that it will look beautiful. You can deploy it into your any deploymentation sites like docs, whatever you want. You can deploy that portfolio and you can give access to the companies and it all. So please make sure you're making updates to your information page. So how many of you completed the task? Remaining people who have not responded yet. Yeah, okay, Narmada. Yeah, Nandini, will you please execute that code? Yeah, okay. Where is the list part? This is the table part, right? Yeah, Nandini, why you have you stopped the screen sharing? Are you having any issue? Yeah, okay. You have got the output, right? Yeah. See here, if anyone having doubt, I'll briefly explain with this output of her. See, she have created a ordered list with the type attribute. She changed the numbers into ABCD. That is uppercase ABCD. If it is optional, if you want lowercase ABCD alphabets, then you can mention lowercase alphabet there only, like in the value section. And see, she listed the front end skills she have: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then she make a ordered list only with the Roman values, like she has backend skills Python and Java. So she have mentioned those things with the ordered list itself. She changed the value of the type using the Roman values. And then she have listed the database knowledge. She have MongoDB, MySQL. So that she have mentioned the bulletins, which is the default disk. And she have mentioned the description. She have used description part, right? Description lists. So for the sake of definition part of HTML, and for the shape CSS, like standard value expansion, CSS expansion, cascaded style sheets. So it's good. Yeah, let you show the other output too, tables output. Yeah, Nandini, will you show the other output too, tables output? So I'll give a summary so that if anyone haven't understand it yet, they'll get clarity. So guys, reminding people, please respond and make the tasks so that you will get the practical knowledge. So these are very simple. Why we have to execute them and at all the thought. If you have, please remove that. You will get remember once again. That's it, right? There is no use of sitting simply silently. If you have completed, then only you'll get the practical knowledge. Yeah, this is the table session. See there, she have mentioned clearly, so that she used a border for border attribute, and she used three columns, right? Name, college name, education, as I have told you. So that she used cell spacing and padding too. You can observe that. So cell spacing, there will be a cell spacing for name cell and college name, right? So these will be applied using the cell spacing attribute. And the padding, Here name and the border space, it will be the padding, so she applied cell padding too. So this is the complete part of the table. So she first created the row which is a heading row, name, college name, education, and she have created the row that is a data row. So she mentioned her data, like her educational data. So this is the thing today. So tomorrow we'll briefly discuss about the forms and their tags and what are the attributes we are going to use in the form section. So that will be very, very important. So don't miss the class tomorrow. And make sure you are going to join the meet before 5 minutes. And you will be, if you will be interacted more, then you will get more knowledge. So anyone is having doubts? If you guys confirm, then I'll close the session. No doubt. Okay. What about the remaining people? Okay, Shafia. Okay. See, the responding people only again and again responding. What about the other people? You guys are just joining the meeting and you are not even responding to. Then how can I know you guys are listening or not? Are you getting my point or not? Please respond. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. If any one of you haven't got output after executing this task, please ping me in mail. Those have got output and executed successfully, please don't share to my mail. So it's my kind request. So that I can verify who have the problem. So that's the point today. So shall we wind up? Okay, you guys came left. Yeah, Tanuja, have a nice time. Okay, thank you. You too.